is. So the cops in Arizona apparently watched a man drown that they were pursuing. So the backdrop with this story is that
Wow, really?
yeah, so it was a domestic dispute at a public place in somewhere some art center in Arizona, and the police were called, and the police went to the couple, and the man was they interviewed both the man and the woman, and they ran their names. Apparently, the man had a warrant, a few warrants, and so he started. Of course, he ran or whatever, or did whatever, and then he ended up in the lake going for a swim, and the police watched him drown after he was saying, "I'm drowning, I'm drowning." So they were chasing after a man with a warrant, and they just watched him drown. And my thing is, y'all didn't want to call the. They didn't even call for back. I'm not saying they even should have jumped in. I'm just saying they could have threw him a one of them little circle things, a little
Oh,
life rafts.
yeah, yeah.
They could have called somebody. They just said, "I'm not jumping in after you," and just watched them. Now, apparently, now they are on non-disciplinary. What they say? What type of leave? They're on. Let me see. They are on non-disciplinary paid administration leave.
You know what
Now,
that mean, right?
what's it? What does it mean?
Non-disciplinary mean they on a paid leave, but they not getting in trouble.
They not. They not. Now,
They not getting in trouble because
do you?
I mean, is it their job to go jump in the
That's
water?
that's what I was about to ask. I don't think it
I
is
don't.
because
I
I
think
think
yeah, he jumped in there. They didn't throw him in there. So I mean, hey,
I think the Supreme Court already said the police are not obligated
right.
to protect. My thing is, but
I
I
think
do believe that they're obligated to do like something. Like they didn't call anybody. They didn't
yeah, I agree with that. They only obligated to uphold the law, so
yeah.
supposed to be. But I mean, they could have called for the paramedics or
Yeah, they
somebody.
they could have called somebody. I'm not saying they
They
had to
knew,
jump in.
they knew what they was doing when they saw what was
Of
going on.
course,
Like,
yeah.
it is what it is, fam. They knew what they was doing. I ain't trying to justify that, but at the same time, they not obligated to jump in there and save. They not,
Do you
and
think I'm sorry, go ahead.
they not gonna get no type of repercussion. It said that non-disciplinary paid leave, administrative leave. They not they not gonna get no repercussion. What they get to sit, they get to sit back and get paid and sit in the office.
Yeah, excuse me.
You talking about Arizona too?
Wow. I thank you. I do. I think some sort of discipline is going to come out. Maybe not immediately. I think
I
so
think so.
because for public relations, for public perception, especially with what happened in Texas,
Oh
and this
yeah,
whole thing about police standing around not doing anything is starting to come to light. So I think that it's not going to be a big punishment, but I think some small disciplinary action is going to happen. I don't think it's going to be big though, but just for public perception. Um,
I mean, and
but
looked on the
no, go.
bottom where they say he's begging, and they like, it is what it is, fam.
Yeah, and this goes to show you that we got to remember they are not obligated to protect you or anything. So just keep that in mind.
My thing is why do people steady run away from the police?
I agree. Once the police got you, you got to take the L. Once you trapped, like you're gonna add more to it by running or doing whatever the case. I totally agree. People will say, "Oh, you're not supposed to respect them or anything." I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get this out the way. Whatever they got coming, run my name, run my ID. If you do anything crazy, I'm just gonna sue you. That's simple.
Yeah, no, I agree with that though. But I mean, ain't nothing to happen, dude. Ain't nothing to have to do. Get away with it, and that's that.